Hold on a sec. Okay. Hello, everyone, and I'm Metis Balaska, and welcome to the stream. Sorry I'm a bit late, but since we finished Final Fantasy VI, the next game on my list to tackle is Okami, and I worked hard to upgrade my Tamamo model for this one. The settings with the Okami game are a bit weird, though. This is my favorite game to come from Capcom, and I wanted to be able to play this on stream next. Let us get to the game now. Hey Mochi, welcome to the stream. How was your day? Okay, darn it. All right, so let's get to the game. And yeah, as you can see, I upgraded my Tamamo model for this game. Controller, please. Yeah, so I have a bit of history with this game, and which I'll explain in a bit. But we got a bit of story to get through. God, I love that. Oh yeah, I remember you told me about that in Robin's Discord, and I'm doing good. I hope you start feeling better soon. Long, long ago, a tiny hamlet known as Kamiki lay nestled in a grove of proud and beautiful cherry blossoms. Each and every tree around the quiet burg was honored as a god. However, the village was not without its dark secrets. To satiate the appetite of Orochi, a fearsome cave-dwelling beast, a young maiden was offered as a sacrifice at the annual festival. With a body like a mountain and 8 heads mounted on necks the size of tree trunks, its blood-red eyes alone were said to curse anyone who gazed into them. No one dared disobey the horrific beast. When the night of the sacrifice drew near, a mysterious white wolf appeared outside the village. This wolf, its coat as brilliant as snow, was dubbed Shiranui. The wolf kept a watchful eye on anyone who ventured outside the village, and made a habit of patrolling the streets at night. Thanks. I hope you have a better day too. People assume the wolf to be a familiar of Orochi. One villager took it upon himself to face the fearsome Shiranui. The warrior Nagi attempted many times to challenge the wolf. But his attempts were thwarted by Shiranui's swift movements. Before long, the night of the accursed festival had arrived. A white-plumed arrow heralded the coming of the coming sacrifice. Piercing the sky, the arrow sunk its shaft squarely into the home of Nami, the village's most beautiful maiden. Nagi, harboring a secret love for Nami, was enraged by the sign. Determined to put an end to Orochi once and for all, Nagi traveled to the beast's cave in place of his beloved. The Moon Cave, a place as dark as evil itself, served as Orochi's home. As Nagi stood bravely before the entrance, a beast appeared, eyes glowing crimson upon 8 thrashing necks. Orochi stood tall before him, anxious for another sacrifice. Nagi leapt with incredible grace, swinging his blade valiantly. On and on he sliced well into the moonless night. But Orochi's hide was like steel. The blade left nary a scratch. At long last, Nagi, his energy spent from the intense battle, dropped to his knees, fatigued and gasping for breath. He knew he was staring death in the face. It was then that the wolf appeared. As if to protect Nagi, it stood its ground before Orochi. In the darkness of the cave, the wolf's coat shone brilliantly. Alas, it was Shiranui, the wolf that dwelled outside the village. Bearing its fearsome claws, Shiranui leapt towards Orochi. Orochi reared its terrifying head, readying its fangs for battle. The two beasts struggled wildly, thrashing in the darkness. Mysterious and terrifying, the spectacle continued. Shiranui summoned gusts of divine wind to counter Orochi's flames. As Orochi closed in on Shiranui, his sharpened claws glistening, a gigantic tree suddenly sprouted forth, shielding the wolf. Shiranui fought gallantly to gain the upper hand. However, Orochi, protected by mystical power, was not easily bested. Shiranui, covered in gashes, majestically dyed crimson, stood exhausted before the mighty Orochi. Orochi saw a chance to strike what would be the final blow. But Shiranui refused to give in, and with its last ounce of strength, the majestic wolf gazed heavenward and unleashed a mighty howl. Suddenly, the black clouds overhead dissipated. The lights from above glistened off Nagi's sword as a beacon of hope. Guided by his sword, Nagi, who had been taking shelter in the shadows, stood proudly to face his adversary. Channeling all his strength into his scarred and battered arms, he leapt ferociously towards Orochi, his sword poised high. The golden sword danced in his hands like a puppet on a string. One by one, Orochi's fearsome heads separated from their owner. Orochi's broken body collapsed in a lake of its own blood. In that instance, the curse that plagued the village was lifted. As the battle subsided, the sun shone once again in the sky. Shiranui had succumbed to Orochi's poison and struggled to breathe. Nagi scooped the beast into his arms and returned to Kamiki. When they reached the village, Shiranui was no longer moving. The village elder, elder gently stroked the wolf's head. In response, Shiranui let out a hoarse and pitiful bark. Then closed its eyes and drifted off as if into slumber. Peace had at last returned to Kamiki village. In honor of Shiranui's heroic exploits, the villagers erected a shrine and then placed a statue of the wolf within it. Nagi's sword was christened Tsukiyomi and placed inside the moon cave. The villagers all looked forward to an age of endless peace. However, this is not the end of the story. There is more to this tale than most people know. 100 years had passed since Nagi and Shiranui's heroic exploits. It happened so quickly that no one in the village even took notice. Is this the legendary sword? Is this Tsukiyomi, the sword that banished the dreadful Orochi? No, it couldn't be. It's just a legend, nothing but a fairy tale. Well, shit. Oh, he who seeks power, who has broken my bonds. Speak the words, I wish darkness unto the world. Utter that prayer unto me and unleash my power. Perhaps you shouldn't roar at whoever you want to evoke your power, dude. A horrible tragedy suddenly swept over the land. However, there was one village that seemed to escape the terrible curse. The tiny settlement of Kamiki Village enjoyed the protection of a sacred tree. It is here that the real story begins. Wood Sprite Sakuya. How troublesome. This is just like the ancient prophecy of doom. What has transpired to bring about such a calamity? We must act quickly. There is no time to lose. My power has diminished over the years I have spent protecting this area. I don't have much time in this world. Amaterasu, now is the time. We have never needed your power more. Shine your divine light upon this broken and polluted world. Let your heavenly rays become our hope as you guide us all. Okami Amaterasu. Ah, such divine white light, such beauty and grace. The only one capable of such wondrous spectacle is none other than our mother and the origin of all that is, Amaterasu. How delightful to see that the savior of those brave, the savior whose brave sacrifice shielded away the evil demon so many years ago has not changed one bit. Seeing you emerge after so many years spent as a statue brings happiness to my heart. Like I just go to sleep. Amaterasu. Gaze above you and take in the condition of the sky. Since your untimely departure from our midst, the world has succumbed to devious and vicious beasts. They have ravaged our fine and bountiful country of Nippon. But never have the circumstances been worse than they are at this very moment. Please use your powers to banish the darkness and punish those who should do us harm. What is this? Has something stolen its way into my robe? Oh, hee hee. Whew, what on earth? You again? Ow, 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 ow. Are you nuts? Boy, for a little thing, you sure make a big fuss. I was just trying to make the conversation a bit more interesting, that's all. Were you napping in my clothes again, Bug? Bug, I told you 1,000 times not to call me that. I'm a wandering artist. The name's Eason. Wandering artist Eason. Yeah. This is only the beginning of his antics. But thankfully he's not nearly as bad as Teddy. I'll show you just how great I am, and it won't be long until you're bowing before my great brush. Well, what do you think? Even cuter than the real thing, no? What's with you, Furball? You look kind of down in the dumps. Actually, you look kind of familiar. Got it, you look just like that statue of Shiranui. Whoa, what do you think you're doing? Are you crazy? A handsome guy like me should never be covered in wolf slaughter. You'll regret messing with the great Eason. I'll make don't make me use my prize sword Denkomaru against you. All right, that's happening. What's that growling sound? And why is it so dark anyway? A great god Amaterasu. I've used all the power I have to protect Kamiki Village. The village lives on. Their spirits lie encased in my fruit. Cut it free and the village will be reborn. I trust in you. I know that you will lead us down the right path. Only your awesome power can restore life to the world. The trees return to normal, huh? That Sakya girl sure said some weird stuff. The villager's spirits being kept inside the fruit? That's the fruit. That girl said that if you cut it down, the village will be restored. But it's awfully high up there. If you don't use some kind of special power, there's no way you're going to reach it. This darkness is really getting to me, too. A lot can happen while you're taking a nap. Yeah, so I have history with this game. I own... like, my first experience with this game was a Flash game on... was a Flash game that I found on 4chan when I still visited there. Oh, wow, I can't even open it. And eventually I got to own the game on the PS2. And I fell in love with it. As you can probably tell, this game takes a lot from... where are we? It got awfully quiet all of a sudden. I don't remember any place like this in the village. Well, we better keep our eyes peeled. You can use the right stick to look around. L1 changes your point of view. Boy, you really look so helpless. You sure you're going to be okay? Yeah, so... as you can tell, this game takes a lot from Japanese mythology and folklore. Sakya is a tree spirit from folklore. Sakya Hime. We are Amaterasu, aka the god, so the sun. Isun is also a figure from a Japanese story. But also letting you guys know, hold on, that's an origin mirror. They say once your reflection appears on its surface, your memories will be stored in the mirror for all eternity. Well, to put it shortly, you can save your progress here. Let me give you a little advice. You should save a number of number of game files. That way, you could always go back if you get stuck or something. Gotta be prepared, especially while you're still learning the ropes. Yeah, so this game is also a Zelda-like. I think this game came around the same time. Came out around the same time as Twilight Princess or something like that. Beautiful artwork in the background. Now the developer of this game, oh yeah, you can already dig. The developer of this game said that they basically quote unquote stole from Zelda. But this game easily this game is easily different enough and that it stands out on its own. So I would say it more takes influence from Zelda than anything else. Look at all those pots just waiting to be broken. If you bust them, there might be something good inside. Press square to bust them with your head. Yeah, so just like Link, we bust pots. Way to go, my furry friend. You can do that at any time you see something you can break. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on there, Furball. Get a load of that. That chest looks mighty tempting. Let's go check it out. Getting up that high ought to be a piece of cake. Press X to jump. Then press again and to do a wall jump. Pots, the natural prey of the action-adventure gamer. Hey Z, welcome to the stream. How was your day? Also, you like the update to the Tamamo model? But make sure you press it firmly so you can jump really high. Yeah, so this game takes a lot of influence from Zelda. I knew you could do it. They say good luck gets found in high places. So keep your eyes peeled. We don't want to miss any treasure. Yeah, basically telling you to look all over the place. Day's going well so far. Just killing time before work. New face looks good. Thanks. Yeah, so this game takes a lot of influence from Zelda, but it still behaves... it's still different enough that it stands up on its own. And, like, obviously the mythology basis really makes it set apart from Zelda. Really sets it apart from Zelda, I should say. I just want to check something. Let's try how it works on high settings. Yeah, that still looks pretty good. I was worried my model might not work well. Oh, also, yeah, you can see behind the screen that my tails move this time. They're not static anymore. Obtained Holy Bone S. Amaterasu's favorite snack restores 3 units of solar energy. Yeah, solar energy is your health in this game instead of hearts. Looks like the bridge is out. This shouldn't be so hard. Amaterasu, was it? That's kind of long. Mind if I call you Amy? Listen, Amy, ever heard of the spirit of the brush? Good Brushworks has its own soul. At least that's what they say. Just watch. It'll take all day to explain. A picture's worth 1,000 words, right? Yeah, this is like the major unique mechanic of this game. Nice, huh? Just a little technique I mastered called rejuvenation. It's one of many brush techniques that use divine power. It's a brush god power that can restore broken or missing things. I practiced very hard just to master this one technique. But there are 13. Each one is a power of one of the 13 brush gods. Originally, all 13 were a single powerful deity. When the deity died, its power was split into 13 separate gods. The gods now dwell within objects all around us, but God or no God, how could anyone have the power to master all 13? River of the Heavens. River of the Heavens. They mean the fabled Stardust River? But I sure don't see anything like that around here. It couldn't be that little puddle over there, could it? Yeah, so we go up here. Wow, look at the stars twinkle. I haven't seen such a beautiful nighttime sky in ages. Hey, look, are those stars forming a pattern, or is it just me? And there's one missing. Guess I'll just have to draw the missing star. Bah. Looks like I'm just not ready to draw missing stars. Press R1 to hold the brush, then and square to draw. It's sure. I sure spent a lot of time practicing that. Yeah, that's your tutorial. Because now we do it. And nice detail. This is the celestial brush, and and if you look closely, it is actually Amaterasu's tail. Oh, boop. Why, that isn't Mother Amaterasu. I apologize for not contacting you sooner during these long years. Having never forgotten you, I, Yomigami, God of Restoration, have eagerly awaited this day when we could meet again. While you were away, the 13 spirits of the brush that you once possessed, including myself, have been scattered across this land of men, and now lie in disarray. I became a constellation and managed to survive until now. The time has come for you to seek out and reunite all the techniques. Your power is what is needed to restore the dried riverbed of the heavens and renew the flow of stardust. Wow, that was Yomigami, God of Rejuvenation. Wait, so you have the power of rejuvenation now? Can you really use it to restore the river of the heavens? That would mean you're as good at with a brush as yours truly. Nah, it couldn't be true. Who else could master this incredible technique? Yomigami. Oh yeah, and a neat little trick. If you charge while you're running, you automatically speed up. Wonder if drawing some stardust would get the river flowing again. Nah, it's one thing to fix a bridge, but fixing a starry river? There's no way you could pull that off a stunt like that. Yeah, you need a lot of yen in this game. Whoa! A river of stardust. So this really must be the river of the heavens. But what I really want to know is who the heck drew the darn thing? And yes, you can actually swim across it. So you can't swim for long in actual water in this game. Astral pouch. Look what you found, Furball. This astral pouch here is amazing. It can swallow up lots of food. Then when it's full, it can revive its owner if he or she dies. Let's start feeding it with whatever food we can find around here. Yeah, so basically the astral pouch is kind of like a kind of works like a fairy. Consumed apple. Nectar filled with nectar-filled sour apple fills the astral pouch a little bit. Consumed peach. Juicy and fragrant peach fills the astral pouch a little bit. Orange. Orange with sharp citrus taste fills the astral pouch a little bit. It should show how much the astral pouch is filled, right? I guess it actively shows it on the HUD. Yeah, he's going to do that for a while. I forgot how you play the loading screen minigame. I think there was something I can get on the other side of the river here. Maybe it's not this particular one. Oh yeah, I can't do it just yet. It looks like. So yeah, I believe this game came out around the same time as Twilight Princess, maybe a little later. I think it was in the same year at least, but I'm not 100% sure. And I think this game was criticized for doing that because for copying Zelda, because in Twilight Princess, dumplings. Doughy balls made from grain fills the astral pouch a little bit. Yeah, so because in Twilight Princess, Link would become a wolf, and Amaterasu in this game is a wolf. So people thought. So I think it was criticized for like copying that. And like this game supposedly did very well critically, but it didn't sell well, which sadly hurt any chances of it becoming an actual franchise. Though a sequel was made for the 3DS, which I've never played. Is this the legendary shrine? We must be in the cave of Nagi. The legendary hero Nagi is enshrined here. He vanquished evil 100 years ago with the help of the White Wolf Shiranui. First the River of the Heavens, and now this place. Where the heck are we, Furball? Boy, this place is a wreck. See that sword? That sword's in really bad shape. The gods sure didn't do much to protect this place.